when you're fighting for more. Fourth down territory, the line is drawn. We're right at the game rolls on. Heart and grit under Sunday night skies. It's do or die where champions rise.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. here on the East Coast. It's 3 p.m. on the West Coast. Welcome to another edition of Four Down Territory. I'm your host, Ryan Neff, here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. I haven't done one since the Super Bowl. Going to try and pick this back up here. Probably a quick show, but I just wanted to keep everybody up to date on some of the ongoings in the NFL. Let me get to some of the news and notes from across the world in the NFL. This reported by Courtney Cronin from ESPN. I quote ESPN a lot. The Bears are allowing linebacker Tremaine Edmunds to seek a trade. He is entering the final season of his 4-year, $72 million contract. His contract right now carries a $13.9 million base salary for 2026, with a $1 million roster bonus due on the 5th day of the league year. His cap hit is $17.9 million. If he does not find a trade partner, he is in line to become a cap casualty. Releasing Edmunds would create $15 million in salary cap space for the Bears. Bears general manager Ryan Poles said there's a couple of guys we've got to make decisions on. If that's trade released, there's a lot of different options or a few options that we can go down to create some space. But like I said before, this is a unique situation where we've gotten our roster in a position where we have a lot of talented players, a lot of guys getting paid well, and that puts some constraints on the cap. So we've got to make some tough decisions. And like I said, when we win games, you create these relationships. There's leadership guys or guys that were captains that mean a lot to our organization. But when you're kind of put in a corner, and he left it there. So Mr. Tremaine Edmunds, he is going to be seeking a trade. NFL draft prospect Arvell Reese has made it clear that he's an outside linebacker and an edge guy. Put up by Mike Reese. ESPN. Arvell said, teams have pretty much been asking me what I want to do and see where my mind was at. I've been telling them that I think I'm an outside linebacker edge rusher. I haven't even scratched the surface what really I can do. Pass rushing. Latest mock round draft, ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. has him going 4th to the Tennessee Titans. This reported by Kalen Kaler, ESPN. Sean Payton and Mike Vrabel have expressed concerns over replay errors in early games. I'm just reading it over here. Troy Vincent said, that's the NFL's Executive Vice President of Football Operations. There were 5, let's see. He said that out of the 171 replay review or replay assist decisions that happened in the 2025 NFL season, there were 5 that the NFL wanted back. Of those 5, 4 took place in 1 p.m. games, and I guess the other took place around the 4 o'clock games. He said there were 5 after we kind of took a step back and breathed. 4 of them were in the 1 o'clock window. Vincent said, just volume, and you go, if we had to do that one again, we're just looking at it. Sean Payton said, I don't like hearing that. I want to play in the 4 o'clock window. I'm glad I'm in Denver. We should never have a work shortage in replay. Those are the things we'll try to clean up and correct as far as people and just finding out. So, again, the replay stuff is coming into questions. Jags and the Commanders are the host teams for the NFL's 3 London games this year. Woohoo. Colorado's defensive coordinator is returning to the NFL as part of the Broncos staff. Source tells Jeff Legwold from ESPN. Peyton is bringing over Colorado Buffalo's defensive coordinator Robert Livingston as the new defensive passing game coordinator. Good luck with that. And I found this kind of funny. Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for the Cowboys, is seeking a larger deal. The Cowboys have offered a deal for Aubrey that is more than the league high $6.4 million average per season for the Kansas City Chiefs, Harrison Bucker. Aubrey's agent, Todd France, has asked for a deal closer to $10 million per season. So the kicker is holding the Cowboys hostage. Stephen Jones said, "It's been a journey, but we hadn't been able to get a point where we can all agree. So it hadn't gotten done, but we'd love to get him done." Yappity yap 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 yap. So those are some of the news and notes from around the league. I wanted to do this since we're getting closer and closer to the draft. We're about 2 months out now. We're a month out, wherever the hell they have it. I don't even know when they have it anymore. April 23rd through the 25th. So it is at the end there. So we're 2 months out from the NFL draft. Wanted to bring up some mock drafts. And if you hear me call your favorite team's name and what they are thinking, and more power to you, you can always chime in if you think that's a good draft. I'm trying to go to a couple of different sites. There we go, Pro Fantasy Football. This is their mock draft. At number 1, they've got the Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza. No shock there. They have the Jets in the 2 spot taking edge rusher Ruben Bain Jr. from Miami. Not so sure the defense is the problem with New York, but okay. Third, they have the Arizona Cardinals taking linebacker Arvell Reese from Ohio State. In the 4th spot, they have the Tennessee Titans taking edge rusher David Bailey from Texas Tech. A good player. 5th, they have the New York Giants taking tackle Francis Mauigoa from Miami. Very good player on the offensive line. In the 6th position, they have the Cleveland Browns taking wide receiver Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Okay. Keep him in-house. Number 7, they have the Washington Commanders taking linebacker Sonny Styles from Ohio State. In the 8th spot, the New Orleans Saints, they have them taking wide receiver Jordan Tyson, who is a hell of a receiver from Arizona State. And in the 9th position, they have my Kansas City Chiefs taking running back Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Seen a lot of mock drafts where their Love is the guy at the number 9 spot. I mean, unless somebody drafts up to get him, okay. At the 10th spot, the Cincinnati Bengals, they have them taking interior defensive lineman Peter Woods. Clemson, the dude is a beast. 11th pick in the 1st round, they have the Miami Dolphins taking cornerback Mansour Delaney from LSU. At the 12th position, they have the Cowboys taking safety Caleb Downs from Ohio State. He seems to be one of the top defensive backs in this year's draft, obviously. The 13th spot, they've got the Rams via the Falcons. Cornerback Jermon McCoy, Tennessee, a good player. In the 14th spot, Baltimore Ravens pick. They have them taking guard. I'm going to butcher the name. Ola Ivavega Ione from Penn State. In the 15th spot, they've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking edge rusher Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. Good player. In the 16th spot, the Jets via the Colts. They have them taking wide receiver Mekhi Lemon at USC. Great receiver, by the way. On the 17th position, the Detroit Lions. They have them taking tackle Spencer Fano, Utah. Again, Utah cranks out offensive linemen. They're just beasts. 18th pick, Minnesota Vikings. They have them taking cornerback Avion Terrell, Clemson, playmaker in the defensive backfield. On the 19th spot, they've got the Carolina Panthers taking the interior defensive lineman Caleb Banks from Florida. 20th pick, the Cowboys via the Packers, linebacker C.J. Allen, Georgia. If you ever watched him play, he's a do-it-all kind of linebacker. In the 21st spot, they've got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking wide receiver Denzel Boston, Washington. A good receiver, a little bit. Okay. I guess the Steelers sort of. I've seen a lot of mock drafts where they have the Steelers taking a wide receiver, which I think is a good thing. In the 22nd spot, Pro Fantasy Football has Los Angeles Chargers taking edge rusher Akeem Mesidor from Miami. In the 23rd spot, they've got the Eagles taking cornerback Brandon Cisse, South Carolina. Nice little back there. The 24th pick, Cleveland Browns via the Jaguars. They have them taking tackle Caden Proctor, Alabama. Good interior. A good offensive lineman. In the 25th spot, they have got a comment here, Michael Fujifuna. Checking in the birds are on the clock. Yep. Like I said, Pro Fantasy Football has the Eagles taking cornerback Brandon Cisse. Not a bad pick, I guess. At the 25th spot, the Bears, they have them taking the interior defensive lineman at Caden McDonald, Ohio State. Another one of those beasts up front. In the 26th spot, they've got the Buffalo Bills taking safety Dylan Thieneman, Oregon. In the 27th spot, the 49ers, they have them taking wide receiver Casey Concepcion, Texas A&M. He's a nice little receiver. 28th position, Pro Fantasy Football has the Houston Texans taking tackle Monroe Freeling, Georgia, one of those big ogres about the offensive line. In the 29th position, they have the Rams taking safety Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. 30th pick, the Denver Broncos, they have them taking tight end Kenyon Sadiq. Nice little shifty tight end from Oregon. 31st pick, the Patriots, they have them taking edge rusher TJ Parker, Clemson. Of course, New England needs defensive help. And with the 32nd pick, your Super Bowl champion, Seattle Seahawks. They have them taking cornerback Keith Abney II from Arizona State. So that's just one sort of mock draft. Let me see if I can find some others. Some of them differ. Some of them are on the same page. Again, like with my Chiefs. Fuji says, besides Mendoza, which players do you like coming out? As far as the quarterback position or overall, Fuji? This is not a quarterback rich draft. This is all about interior lineman, offensive line, defensive line. I would say offense would be second. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a deep cornerback draft. Fuji says overall. Um, so here you go. ESPN just came out with their mock draft. Again, they got Mendoza going first. They actually have Caleb Downs to the Jets. Uh, looking at the top 30 here at Foods 32, Mendoza is going to be high on the Raiders list. That's probably a lock. Caleb Downs is a great safety. Who else? Cardinal Tate, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. A lot of people have him going to the Browns. He's a solid pick. Um, I look at my Chiefs. Jeremiah Love, the running back for Notre Dame, he's been productive ever since he's been there. That would sort of be a steal for the Chiefs. They need running back help. They were 31st in the league in rushing last year. Um, we're or I'm looking for a specific player here. They actually have Reuben Bain Jr. going to the Bengals at 10. He's either going to go to the Bengals or somebody that needs defensive help. But Reuben Bain Jr., he's a beast. Um, he would be, and it's all going to depend on what happens at the combine. Some players are going to go to the combine, some aren't. But I don't give a shit if you can run a 4.2. I don't care if you can bench 225 pounds 50 times. Can you read a defense offensively? How do you block? What's your footwork like? Same thing with wide receivers and offense. Can you run routes? What is your route selection? Can you run the right route? What kind of routes do you run? Are you good at it? When you step up to the line as a receiver, can you read the defense that this is what they're going to do and this is what I'm supposed to do? Same thing with running backs. Can the running back block? Can you read the defense? Can you pick up a blitz? Defensive wise too, linebackers, whatever. Linebackers are supposed to be the quarterback of the defense. Can you read the defense? Can you get your players in position? Can cornerbacks defend? What's their defend ratio? Passing completions, deflections, breakups. That's what I want to know. I don't care. I don't care if my cornerback is running a 4.3. It doesn't matter. Those are just some of the guys. Peter Woods, the defensive tackle from Clemson. A lot of people have him going to the Jets. He's one that I would watch out for to see where he goes. And again, when I'm looking at look, it's a foregone conclusion that the Raiders are going to go after Mendoza. But then, like some of these teams, I want to see what they do. What are the Jets going to do? How are they going to improve? Tennessee played well the second half of the year. What are they going to do? And as I go down the list here, again, the Chiefs, the Bengals, how are they going to regroup? What are the Rams going to do to get them over the hump? What are the Ravens going to do? The Lions peaked. What are they going to do in the draft? What are the Vikings going to do? What are they going to do with J.J. McCarthy? Who are they going to go after? I keep hearing rumblings that they may go after Joe Burrow with a package deal. I don't know. So we'll see. Those are just some of the ins and outs. And of course, all this is going to change. You still have the combine. Who's going to get bumped up in the draft on people's boards? Who's going to get dropped? And I'm just trying to look over other news and notes. I see here some insiders are saying that the Browns are shopping around for a quarterback. Could Kyler Murray go to the Browns? Now, this just came out today. The Falcons are releasing wide receiver Kadero Hodge. He did not play. He played barely last year. So, let's see. Today, Titans are releasing center Lloyd Cushenberry and safety Xavier Woods. Just looking over some other news and notes. Oh, and Mike Vrabel was asked about the AJ Brown situation if the Patriots would go after him. He said that we'll look at everything we can do to add to the roster. So that's just a nice way of saying whatever we can do to get him on this roster, we're going to do. Let's see what else. What else on the rumor mill? I'm seeing all kinds of stuff here. As far as free agent tight ends, there's been a lot of talk about Isaiah Likely, the Ravens. Of course, they have Mr. Andrews as their main tight end. He was banged up a little bit this year, but he will be high on people's lists from what I'm seeing here. I'm on the NFL.com site. I'm just looking over some. Titans offense coordinator Brian Daboll tried to convince me to pass on Cam Ward when he was with the Giants. The things that go behind the scenes that eventually come out. Those seem to be the major headlines from today. ESPN, the March 11th is the trade deadline, by the way. Not trade deadline, but they are ranking their top 15 trade candidates. Brian Thomas Jr. is number one on their list. Wide receiver for Jackson. We'll see where he goes. Second, Devin Achane, running back Miami Dolphins as trade bait, possibly. Jalen Waddle from the Dolphins. It looks like maybe they're going to clean house. Max Crosby for the Raiders. We all know what happened at the end of last year. They shut him down. Fifth, they have AJ Brown for the Eagles. Possible trade. He has 4 more years at $28.25 million. $29 million fully guaranteed this year. They have DK Metcalf on here, sixth. Aforementioned Kyler Murray. They have them seventh as far as trade potential. Eighth, Sam Laporta, tight end. He was hurt this year. Can't be hard pressed to see if they're going to trade Laporta. That would be iffy for me. Ninth, they've got Renardo Green, the cornerback from San Francisco. 10th, Spencer Rattler for the Saints. Okay. Also, Minka Fitzpatrick, 11th safety for the Dolphins. Tua for the Dolphins again. I think Dolphins are going to clean house. They're going to start over. 13th on their list, Tanner McKee, quarterback Philly. Are they going to keep him, or he's more likely, but he's just going to be a journeyman backup, basically. 14th, Nate Hobbs, quarterback Green Bay, and Kayvon Thibodeau, the edge rusher for the Giants. Would be hard pressed to think that the Giants are going to trade Thibodeau. Just some of the behind the scenes goings on. We come to the Vikings. Again, I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. JJ McCarthy was not the coach's pick. He wasn't high on him. Again, I have a feeling that the Vikings are going to put together some sort of package for Burrow, to bring Burrow there. I mean, he's been with Chase. Justin Jefferson was at LSU too, while the three of them were there. It would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? But we'll see. And all kinds of other stuff is gonna come out here in the next couple of weeks. So I think I'm gonna end it there. Again, just trying to get back into the swing of things NFL wise with 4 down territory here. Coming up at 7:00, another edition of Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. Again, NBA now really back into the full swing of things. Hockey kicks off today, I think. Yes, it does. Hockey's back in full swing. English Premier League coming up this weekend again. NASCAR, obviously, the PGA Tour. We're 2.5 weeks away from Selection Sunday for both men's semi-pro college basketball for the men and women. So I'll get into some of that. So thanks for everybody who tunes in live. Thanks to everybody that watches the replay. Tell your friends, tell your senators and your congressmen or congresswomen. So I will see everybody. Oh, and then coming up later, where's my phone? Also coming up later on the Cole County Entertainment Network at 8:00. I need to pull it up here. Give me just a second. Should have had this prepared before. It is another Strong But Silent, the men's mental health show, featuring my man Tom Fuji and Alan. They'll be getting into some stuff. What do we have here? They're going to be talking about men and sadness, what it really looks like. That'll be live tonight at 9:00. So tune in for that 9:00 here on the Cole County Entertainment. Again, I will see everybody at the top of the hour back here on Cole County Entertainment for another edition of Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. I'll catch you in a half hour.
Lights are bright, the field's alive. 4 yards to glory where legends thrive. Ryan Neff's the name, the game's the grind. Big hits, big plays, the crowds a roar. Every inch matters when you're fighting for more.